Dexter Resurrection has been a ticking time bomb all year long, with each episode closer to it going off. Week after week, the show is revolved not only around Dexter Morgan's new emotions and his re-established relationship with his son, Harrison, but his old friend from Miami Metro, Angel Batista, closing in, while Dexter tries not to get his true identity outed by serial killer superfan Leon Prater and his muscle, Charley. In episode 8, The Kill Room Where It Happens, worlds collided as Prater found Dexter and Harrison together at a restaurant. In episode 9, aptly titled Touched by an Angel, Batista and Prater discovered too much. The shocking ending of Dexter Resurrection's penultimate episode sets up what is sure to be a wild season finale.
Angel watches Dexter's meeting with Leon Prater in Dexter Resurrection episode 9.
The episode begins where the last one ends, with Leon Prater shaking Harrison's hand and introducing himself as Dexter looks on, barely able to hide his rage. Harrison, not knowing what's going on, raves to Prater about how big a fan he is. He starts to say more, even telling him his name, but Dexter stops him and asks to speak to Leon outside. Out on the sidewalk, Charley stands across the street with a sly smile on her face as someone unknown takes photos. Prater doesn't like surprises, including the son reveal, but he still thinks that Dexter is Ronald Red Schmidt, at least. Prater is still a fan, but he admits that Charley is concerned, wondering if Red is the reason why the serial killer club is falling apart. Prater wants Dexter to trust him. How about a private meeting later where Red tells him his personal history? Dexter agrees as long as Harrison is left alone. Back inside, Harrison is confused about why his dad is suddenly rushing him out of the hotel restaurant through a back exit where they won't be seen or followed. It doesn't work though, because someone's eyes are watching. Dexter tells Harrison about Prater's club and his involvement. Although a bit in shock, the son doesn't judge the father at all. As they make for the subway, it's Angel, as the watching eye, who appears behind them and begins to follow. As they walk, Harrison puts the terrifying pieces together. When Dexter got too close to the Trinity killer, he killed his mother. Now Prater could kill him. Dexter promises him that won't happen and they'll be okay. On the subway, they separate, with Dexter darting out right as the door closes just in case he's being followed. Although he doesn't see Angel, it's a smart move, as the former homicide detective is now stuck on the train and unable to track his target. Going through his photos later, Angel sees Prater, but unlike Harrison, he has no idea who he is. If Batista's smart, he won't try to figure it out.
Dexter threatens Charley in Dexter Resurrection episode 9. At work, Harrison is asked if he wants to make extra money, working at an event at Leon Prater's mansion, but that's a hard pass. Walking away, he's approached by his boss about a room service request. Aw, is it gonna be a surprise from his girlfriend? Nope, it's Charley. Later, Harrison calls Dexter to tell him about it. The shaken son tells his now angry father that Charley asked why Harrison's last name isn't Schmidt. She knows he's Harrison Morgan, which is one step away from Dexter Morgan. Saying that she's vetting Harrison about working Prater's event, she takes her gun out and puts it on the table, inviting him to sit. Harrison tells her a version of the truth, saying that his father left him when he was 5, and Morgan was Hannah's last name. He told Charley that he tracked down his father and was disappointed to discover that he was a rideshare driver, which made her laugh hysterically. Dexter is proud that he told just enough truth to seem believable, but now he wants Harrison to come stay with him. Dexter goes to talk to Blessing, who is still angry with him. He apologizes and says he was wrong, which gets him a hug and forgiveness. Needing a favor, he says that Harrison is in some trouble and wants Blessing to pick him up from work. Using hotel records, Dexter finds Charley's empty home, where he discovers that she took Harrison's fingerprints. For once, it's Dexter who is calm, while Harry, the usual voice of calm, is the one who's upset that she's fucking with his son. Making his way upstairs, he sees an elderly woman in a hospital bed being tended to by a nurse. It's not a hospital Charley has been going to when she visits her mother, but another room in her own home. Leaving, Harry tells Dexter that he can't go soft on her over that, to which a seething Dexter promises that he won't. Later, when Charley gets in her car, the original dark passenger appears behind her, wrapping a metal cord around her neck. He promises that he'll saw her neck right off if she tries anything with her gun. As she drives, Dexter tells Charley that he visited her mom today and saw photos that showed Charley was a Silver Star winner in the Delta Force. He's curious about how she went from being a hero to a criminal. As it turns out, she met Prater while working for a private security detail. When he found out about Charley's sick mother, he paid to take care of her, but that came with a cost. She hates Prater's sick serial killer club, but she's more scared that Dexter killed her mom. Charley says that she only threatened Harrison because it was a direct order from the man keeping her mother alive. It was Prater who broke the promise. With a threat to pay Charley's mother another visit if his son is accosted again, Harrison has her pull over and leaves her with her life.
Batista gets too close. In Dexter Resurrection, Episode 9.
Batista meets up with detectives Wallace and Oliva, but he goes from excited to sad when Wallace tells him that she called Quinn in Miami. Batista tells him that he retired to focus on catching Dexter, but they're more concerned about Batista's possible mental state after the murders of James Dokes, the assumed Bay Harbor butcher, and his ex-wife, Maria LaGuerta. Angel is frustrated because Dexter is a master manipulator, but they give him a cease and desist and go home. He'll be arrested. He leaves a defeated man, but on the way out, he sees a picture of Prater on a poster for the police gala. He now knows the identity of the mysterious man he photographed meeting with Dexter. Back at Prater's mansion, Charley has told him everything about her encounter with Red. He's fascinated by the slash wound he left on her neck. You survived an encounter with the Dark Passenger. It's then that Dexter calls. He's ready to meet him the next morning and tell him everything, while his voiceover promises to plunge a knife into his heart. Before this can happen, Batista shows up at Leon Prater's mansion, where he's able to get a meeting. Angel shows Prater the photo he took of him with his serial killer ex-best friend. Angel then drops the bombshell that Ronald Schmidt is Dexter Morgan. When Dexter arrives, he's feeling pretty sure of himself, until Leon says his real name and Charley puts a gun to the back of his head. Prater takes Dexter into his private vault and to a table where Angel Batista is tied up. Prater isn't mad. He wants to see the Bay Harbor butcher kill in the flesh. In fact, how about we invite more serial killers to another party and Dexter can kill them too? The price of admission is that Batista has to die. Dexter takes a knife and acts excited about the idea, but as he stands over Angel, instead of killing him, he cuts him free. Batista takes the moment to slam Dexter to the ground. This is for Dokes and Maria. Your bullshit has to stop. Dexter is being choked out and losing consciousness when Prater shoots Batista in the back. He and Charley then flee as Angel bleeds out. Dexter admits to his dying friend that he's the Bay Harbor butcher, but says he didn't kill Dokes or Maria. That doesn't help, because now Angel's dying because of him, just like they did. Dexter Morgan, fuck you, Angel says as his last words before slipping over into death. Instead of being relieved, Dexter screams with everything inside of him. Leon Prater is as good as dead.